our foot from the thorn. So pain is important, and for pain we should be grateful. Yet, there's a type of pain that serves no purpose. That's chronic pain. It's that elite band of pain that's not for defense. It's an attacking force, an attacker from within, a destroyer of personal happiness, an aggressive assailant on personal ability, a ceaseless invader of personal peace, and a continuous harassment to life. Chronic pain is the hardest hurdle for the mind to jump. Sometimes it is almost impossible to jump. Yet we must keep trying, and trying, and trying, because if we don't, it will destroy. And from this battle will come some good, the satisfaction of overcoming pain, the achievement of happiness and peace, of life in spite of it. This is quite an achievement very special, very personal, a feeling of strength, of inner strength, which has to be experienced to be understood. So we all have to accept pain, even sometimes destructive pain, for it is part of the scheme of things, and the mind can manage it, and the mind will become stronger for the practice. Jonathan Wilson Fuller. The reason for including this poem, with the kind permission of its author, is that it was written when Jonathan was only 9 years old. Being a dustbin. Part of my job is listening to people's problems. Monks are always good value for money because they never charge anything. Often when I hear the complex, sticky mess that some people get themselves into, my sympathy for them makes me depressed as well. To help a person out of a pit, I must sometimes enter the pit myself to reach for their hand, but I always remember to bring the ladder. After the session, I am bright as always. My counselling work leaves no echoes because of the way I was trained. Ajahn, my teacher in Thailand, said that monks must be dustbins. Monks, and senior monks especially, have to sit in their monastery, listen to people's problems, and accept all their rubbish. Marital problems, difficulties with teenage children, rows with relations, financial problems. We hear the lot. I don't know why. What does a celibate monk know about marital problems? We left the world to get away from all that rubbish. But out of compassion we sit and listen, share our peace, and receive all the rubbish. There was an extra, essential piece of advice that Ajahn would give. He told us to be like a dustbin with a hole in the bottom. We were to receive all the rubbish, but not to keep any. Therefore, an effective friend or a counsellor is like a dustbin with no bottom, and is never too full to listen to another problem. Maybe it is fair. Often in depression we think, it's not fair, why me? It would ease matters a little if life was more just. A middle-aged prisoner in my meditation class in jail asked to see me after the session. He'd been attending for several months, and I'd got to know him quite well. "Brahm," he said, "I wanted to tell you that I did not commit the crime for which I was locked up in this jail. I was innocent. I know many crims might say the same and be lying, but I am telling you the truth. I wouldn't lie to you, Brahm, not to you." I believed him. The circumstance and his manner convinced me that he was telling the truth. I began to think how unfair this was, and wonder how I could mend this terrible injustice. But he interrupted my thoughts. With a mischievous grin, he said, "But, Brahm, there were so many other crimes where I wasn't caught that I guess it is fair." I doubled up, laughing. The old rogue had understood the law of karma, better even than some monks I knew. How often is it that we do a crime, some hurtful, spiteful act, and we are not made to suffer for it? Do we ever say, "It's not fair, why wasn't I caught?" When we are made to suffer for no apparent reason, though, we moan, "It's not fair, why me?" Perhaps it is fair. Like the prisoner in my story, Perhaps there were so many other crimes where we weren't caught that life is fair after all.